Hello, so we're back. And this time we have a nice laptop repair. Yeah, this is a nice, small, sexy HP. Okay, it's an i5 Gen CPU. The problem with this one, uh, a laptop it will not post caps lock code 3 longs too quick, and the memory socket missing one pin. I mean, I checked, I try go on Google check for the error code, and indeed we did have this job before. Okay, so we did have too long, too short caps LED blinks, and it was a RAM socket issue. Now over the email, I did try to help the customer and tell him, this error code. It's a memory issue. He checked, and on that point, he found the missing pin, and he sent it for the repair. So let's open this laptop and try to see if we can help the customer, right? I mean, I don't know. Missing pin kind of sucks. You know what I mean? How we are replacing the socket. It's not only like a little bit complicated, but also you have to have the right socket and to be exactly the same. Oh, lol is exactly the same laptop. So check here. Yeah, it's exactly the same board, same motherboard. So I believe, probably this is a common fault on those laptops. So how we are fixing something like that? Oh, it's nice because the socket is on one side, so we can replace the socket. Can we do it on a better? Yeah, we can. I mean, the missing pin, I can use a wire, solder the memory. Kind of dodgy, but not sure what options we have. I mean, let me see if I have this socket. Huh? So what do you think? We can take this socket and move the socket here? I think we can. And no, no, look here. I don't know what board is this. No. Check here. The socket has that black glue there on the pins. You can see them. Dodgy people, dodgy people. What about this one? Huh? Wait. Hello, they are not the same. So you see, this one is like that, and this one is not. It's different. Has to be like that, so it will not work. What about this one? This one, no, this is DDR3. Yeah, we have no choice. We have to use this dodgy socket, which manufacturer use some black glue there to stick the pins. And yeah, we can swap it. Yeah. Yeah, let's take the board out. Okay, so we took the motherboard out. Let's check the socket. Okay, so that's what we have here. And we can see that pin is missing. But you know what? That pin, so you see the board doesn't need that pin. You can see, I mean, those two pins are on a parallel. You can see them? They are connected with the track. So the RAM memory should work without this pin. Indeed, this pin may be needed and is bent. But this one is fine if it's missing. It's no issue. Yeah. And on the RAM memory, we can check on the RAM memory. On the RAM memory, we should have probably the first two pins to ground. Yeah, and we do have the first two pins to ground. Also, we can check with the multimeter. You can see the first two pins are connected to ground. Now, why are two pins connected together? Now, usually, The manufacturer are connecting the pins together to carry more current. But of course, that's not the case on RAM memory. But they use more pins connected together in case, from vibration and something, the ground doesn't get loose. So let's try and fix this socket before we are replacing. I mean, otherwise, you see, this socket has every pin is soldered on place. So I don't understand how this socket died. Perfect. And on the back? And on the back, every pin is soldered. Okay, so actually the only problem with this socket is this pin, or there are more pins? No, the socket looks good, apart from that pin. I'm not sure if it's worth replacing it for one pin. Hmm? Can we fix it? I think we can. So what do you think? Look my pin. You see, now it's better compared with the other ones. The question is, it will work? I mean, really, that's to be the only problem here? And we have the ground pin. And I really want a good ground here. I mean, wait, don't get me wrong. I hope you don't think are only two ground pins. Are a lot of ground pins on this RAM memory. Not only those. I mean, for me, it looks fine. Let's test it. Let's see if it's working. It's very possible we can have here a different, different issue. Good. So we connect the RAM memory. Let me grab the computer. Let's just quickly plug the board just for test. Okay, so plug in the charger. Let's power on. Power on. And let's see what it's doing. So we reset the BIOS, so we have to wait a little bit. Yeah, we can see the caps, and the caps is flashing. One, two, three, and two shorts. Yeah, it's not working. Let me try with a different RAM memory. So with a different RAM memory, same story. Huh. It's not working. You know what? I don't really believe because the port looks fine. You know what? I will keep it pressed. 1 second. I will do it. Yeah. So I'll keep the socket pressed down. Power on. No, and the caps lock is still flashing. I don't believe it's the port. No. It is the port. Yeah. So if I keep press, it's not flashing anymore. But it's not working either. Yeah, and we can see the lines on the screen. Yeah, that's the RAM socket. That's the RAM socket. And if we are pressing, yeah, it's doing something else. We checked every pin. I don't understand. We checked. We checked together. That pin is fine. The other one is fine again. Yeah, so those are fine. This one is fine. Those ones are fine. Perfectly fine. Let me clean the port. Still trying to fix this one because to replace it, the things can go wrong with these small motherboards. Okay, so we dried the socket and it's looking good. Let's try one more time. Yeah, straight away we have the caps lock flashing. Yeah, and if I hold press the memory, it's working. So basically what's happening here is like a very used socket. And obviously, when you push down the memory, what will happen? What will happen when you push down the memory? The bottom pins, it will touch better, and the memory it will lift here, and it will touch the other pins. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Good. So let's see what's going on here. Why this is not working? Because this memory has to be held here. But you see, this thing is moving. You can see it's moving up and down. Check here. You can see. I mean, it's yeah. Okay. So that lock is the problem. This lock. Because you see why. I mean, check here. You see this here is space, and it's not supposed to be space. Yeah. This is supposed to be flat to the motherboard. And if it's flat to the motherboard, this thing it will not lift. And this one, okay, so in order to fix this, yeah. Okay, so all what we have to do, look, this is very simple to be fixed, yeah? All we have to do is to push this thingy down, if we can. But it's not sitting there. You can see it's not sitting on the board. Huh? And this one the same. Yeah, we can do it, we can do it. So we bent it. Yeah, and now should be fine. Now, basically, should be fine. Let's see. Still slide, still is it's too large there and it's moving. But let's see, it's better. No, it's not better. It's still doing the same thing. Because you see, it's bent from the ground. This thing is bent from the board and has to be. You see, has to be there on the board, and it's not sitting there. It's anything what we can do. If we can lift this, yeah, and we can, yeah, I can lift. I can bend it, yeah. So now I can bend it from this side. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, and now it's fine. Now probably it will sit. Yeah, it's sitting, no? Yeah, it is sitting, right? It's sitting on the board. Let me bend this down. Yeah, now it's fine. Now it's fine. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Let's see. Let's see. So plug in the RAM memory. Looks good. And yeah, it's working fine. So you see, initially, we thought should be like unsolder or crack solder on the pins, but it's not. Somehow the memory or I don't know how that metal bent up. And all we did, we bend it back, and it's working fine. Yeah, we didn't press anything. That's why the computer restarted. We have a system fan. So with the customer RAM memory, let's see. Let's wait for the picture. Then let's push the memory down just to be sure, the system is not getting frozen or something. Yeah, and the RAM memory is good. Now pushing the RAM memory down is solid. Yeah, so that's what I call a fix. Enter to reboot. Yeah, and the system is not frozen. I mean, not always is like broken pins. You can have a case like this when the memory is not sitting properly on the socket because of those two things. Yeah, and that's how you fix them. Yeah, yeah, it's not fan connected, but I believe we can call this a fix. That missing pin, that's fine. You have two ground pins. You have more ground pins around the RAM memory. I mean, check here. And the ground is all together. You know what I mean? The ground is all together. So check here. Ground, 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 ground. So all those pins are ground. Ground, 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 and all those are ground. Ground. I mean, half of this RAM memory are like ground pins. You know what I mean? It's no point to worry about one ground pin. No point. And the ground, it's all together on the RAM memory. Yeah, you have one ground. Yeah, you don't have more. You have one ground. That's all what you have. Okay, great. So I will stop now. I'm happy I helped the customer without replacing the socket, which can be tricky. I mean, don't get me wrong. You see me replacing chipsets on gaming motherboards, yeah? Gaming motherboards. The gaming motherboards, they are not getting bent or bubbling or. But on a motherboard like this, can be tricky. Can be tricky. So I prefer to fix the socket if I can instead of replacing. Okay. So thank you for watching. I guess subscribe if you like the video like always, and see you on the next one. Bye.